When I first met these farmers 6 years ago, back in 2011, they were languishing in the depths of the hunger season, a period of profound deprivation that stretches from when the food from the previous harvest runs out and when the next harvest comes in. It is a time when food is rationed, when meals shrink from 3 a day to 2 to 1 to on some days none. During the hunger season, it is very difficult to learn, to work, to dream of better futures.
Agriculture is the key of life. Without food, you cannot survive.
Helping to make farms flourish at home and abroad, to end hunger and malnutrition wherever it may be, is what has made America great in the eyes of many people and nations around the world.
Their most urgent need is food.
The United States is the only country in the world today which has the economic power and productivity to furnish the needed assistance.
In the post-war years, when peace and stability hung in the balance, the United States emerged as a global leader in scientific innovation and improved farming technology. An abiding commitment to global food and nutrition security became a cornerstone of U.S. foreign policy and national security strategy. A succession of presidents, both Republican and Democrat, has advanced American leadership in fighting hunger and nourishing the world.
We're spending more on farming than ever before. Indeed, aid to farming has risen faster than defense spending.
To the people of poor nations, we pledge to work alongside you to make your farms flourish and let clean waters flow.
Farmers around the world depend on access to affordable seeds, fertilizer, and the financing to pay for it. But for many years, these essential elements of farming were beyond the reach of many farmers in the developing world. The result was this cruel irony. Africa's hungriest people are her farmers.
There is nothing, because I don't have any salary where I can go and get the money to buy the food. It was very serious.
These farmers I met in Western Kenya were forced to make the heartbreaking choice between food or education.
It was very difficult to keep children in school.
Their fortunes dramatically changed when they joined One Acre Fund, a social enterprise organization that follows in the long line of American innovation in agriculture.
One Acre Fund has grown from a small 40-farmer trial to a 400,000 plus farmer enterprise. We are going to try to hit 1 million farmers by 2020.
When we start working with One Acre Fund, they give us input and we pay on credit.
We see 99% plus repayment almost every year. Farmers really are able to increase their harvest, they're able to increase their family income.
This fertilizer and the seeds are given on time. So you plant on time and you also harvest on time.
I used that harvest at least to make my life change. At first, I bought the cow. From that cow, I have now bought a piece of land. I have now built a house. My boys are in school because of farming.
Farming is more than farming, but it's a business. I planted groundnuts and I converted them into money, and that is the money that has taken Samuel to high school. We don't struggle to eat. At least financially, we are better.
One Acre Fund not only just provides seed and fertilizer to our farmers. We go a step ahead and train them on the best agricultural practices.
We learn how to plant, we learn how to plow, we learn how to weed. In the last, I was harvesting just small maize which cannot do anything. But this time I can produce a good maize.
In just one season, the farmers celebrated a doubling, tripling, quadrupling of their corn harvests. For the first time in their lives, they had enough to conquer the hunger season and a surplus to pay school fees, to buy medicine, to improve their houses, to finally dream of better lives.
I used this land to plant maize of One Acre Fund, and I sold it all to pay the school fees of my children.
They have been committed and determined educating us, despite the fact that they don't have money. Minus food, you can't study. So that's why agriculture is helping greatly.
Gideon graduated college for agricultural engineering. His sister Jacqueline graduated high school and is on track to soon start college. Beyond education, improved agricultural development helps to mitigate larger social problems. It provides jobs for the swelling ranks of Africa's youth. It lifts economies by boosting the nutrition of mothers and their children. It reduces the tide of migration from rural to urban areas and from one country to another. While the improvement of these smallholder farmers has been remarkable, it is threatened by changing weather patterns, too dry at times, too wet at others, by new diseases, by dwindling water resources, by finite land availability.
Our climate are changing to droughtness.
Once again, famine threatens 20 million people in parts of Africa and the Middle East. A reminder of Norman Borlaug's warning, you can't build a peaceful world on empty stomachs.
For hunger and poverty and misery are very fertile soils into which to plant all kinds of isms, including terrorism.
In the past decade, U.S.-led agriculture development efforts, now supported by the Global Food Security Act, have expanded to more than 9 million smallholder farm families.
We want to finish the hunger in Africa.
Now is not the time to be complacent or to retreat from American leadership. Now, more than ever, since President Truman's address from the White House, the world looks to the United States to lead the way to food security for all.
So through United States we have known more, and we are gaining more experience from them.
So we pray that they continue assisting farmers so that people will continue improving their lives. For me, I'm improving.